Engineers Dream to Reality by Hayao Miyazaki. Hi guys, this is Pallabi from the studio today. I have got the opportunity to interview an eminent personality with the field of wildlife photography and engineering. He is none other than Nagaraj Veershetty. Hello and welcome Mr. Veershetty to this session of interview. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure, Pallavi.
My pleasure. So tell us about yourself a little bit because our viewers are unaware about your work.
Sure. As you know, my name is Nagaraj Veershetty. I'm an IT professional with 15 plus years of experience in IT. When it comes to work, I wear multiple caps. I work as a technical account manager, key accounts manager, project manager, and I'm based out of Bangalore. IT professional by profession, of course, and wildlife enthusiast and photographer by passion.
Yeah. So were there any early instances that steered you towards engineering?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, so you know how it is, like small town. I'm from a small town. I'm basically from North Karnataka, Gulbarga. My parents always wanted me to become an engineer, so I had to obey the orders from the high command. So that's how I ended up doing engineering.
So is there any memorable work that you have done so far which is close to your heart in the field of engineering?
In the field of engineering, yes, definitely yes. The last company that I worked for, I did a project there. It was a global project across multiple geos for the company. And in one quarter alone, we saved around $130,000, and I was recognized for it. That was an achievement, which I think I'll remember for a very long time. Yeah.
Okay, so it's really appreciative of that. Tell something about your childhood memories.
Oh yes, lots of them. I actually grew up on the outskirts of small town, and childhood memories definitely are the ones wherein I had to climb a mountain to go to school. Of course, there was one more road, but that was a long one. So we used to take this shortcut, climbing up the mountain and then going to school, especially during rainy seasons, right? I mean, I've seen a lot of pythons, king cobras, mongooses, monitor lizards, scorpions.
Yeah.
A lot of them, especially during the monsoon season. I think that's how I got connected to nature, and it remained throughout.
So, any storytelling which is humorous in nature from the days of engineering?
From the days of engineering, yes, not very humorous, not very funny one, but then we had this pact, wherein we used to skip the classes and sit outside the classes. Of course, the lecturers could see us through the window that we're chilling out outside, skipping the class. But then they used to say, when the time comes, we'll see you doing the exams and stuff. And luckily, we used to get through with good numbers, so they could hardly do anything. We used to laugh at them. So I shouldn't do that, bad thing, but yeah, that was one instance that I can remember.
Okay, sounds interesting. So could you solve the mystery that how you drove towards wildlife photography from engineering?
Oh yeah. So I wasn't into photography from the beginning. Like I mentioned, I grew up on the outskirts and I was always connected to the nature. Definitely, I was interested towards nature and always wanted to visit jungles and stuff. When I came to Bangalore, it got disconnected, obviously, because we live in concrete jungle and everything. But thanks to the corporate culture, wherein they have this rule wherein they take you out on a quarterly basis, team outings. And one of our managers was a wildlife enthusiast. He planned this trip to Madhumalai. I'm not sure if you've heard this name. Beautiful jungle, one stretch divided into 3 different states: Madhumalai in Tamil Nadu, Bandipur in Karnataka, and Mutanga in Kerala. We went there, and on the way itself, we were charged by this tusker, which was super exciting. And the whole night, we kept talking about his wildlife encounters, and he kept telling all those stories. And my curiosity got increased, and I was just curious to hear more stories and stuff. But what happened the next morning changed changed the direction completely. So we woke up early morning, and we were sitting outside this forest rest house, which is located in the middle of the jungle. It's on the way to Uti. It's still there, by the way. And we're sitting outside having a cup of tea. And since it's in the middle of the jungle, there are a lot of bees, which come very close to the forest rest house, grazing early in the morning, just chilling outside the rest house. And it was absolutely calm. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this leopard pounces. Okay, comes out of the bushes. Okay, it was like a thunderbolt. Just comes out within few seconds. It grabs one of the deers, drags him into bushes. And my manager was carrying a camera with that big lens. I don't remember which lens was it. He ran inside, got the lens and got the camera and lens, and somehow managed to take a couple of pictures. A few were blurry, and one picture wherein the leopard was dragging the skill. That was a moment which made me realize that yes, this is what I want to do. And from there on, no turning back. That was the instant I still remember.
That's really great. And recently you were spotted with Sudhir Sivram. So how is it when one photographer meets the another photographer?
that was unbelievable. I was super excited. The reason being, I'll tell you one more thing. We're actually neighbors, in Bangalore. Neighbors as in not next door. We don't live like in the same area, but very close to his place. But never got a chance to meet him here in Bangalore. But met him in in Ranthambore. It was wonderful meeting him. He's such a humble human being. And I'll tell you one more thing. I've been doing wildlife. I mean, I've been visiting jungles and clicking pictures for a very long time. But then when I spoke to Sudhir Shivram last time, one tip that he gave me, it changed the game completely. So I owe him a lot. I wanted to meet him badly. And when I asked him, so can I meet you? He was like, yeah, come over. We had a cup of tea and then click pictures. It was great meeting him. It was one unbelievable, moment. I will remember it cherish it for a very long time.
A great storytelling indeed. Well, so do you have any future plans regarding wildlife photography and as well as engineering?
Well, as far as engineering is concerned, I'll continue my job. I'm doing both. I'm super spread thin, doing a job and visiting jungles and clicking pictures. I think I'll continue doing that for some more time until I feel that I'm done with my job and get into full-time wildlife. That probably will take some time, but then that I have that on mind. Maybe in future, not in near future for sure.
So what do you think about the place for tiger photography? Because your profile is also full of tiger images. To be very honest with you, I'm not someone who goes to jungle to run behind the tiger. My jungle tours are not tiger centric 100%. But then if you can spot a tiger, nothing like it. I've been last 6-7 months have been very, very exciting for me. I did 4 trips to Ranthambore, 3 trips to Corbett, and 1 to Bharatpur, Kabini, and then we have Ranganthittu Bird Sanctuary here. But I would say I was fortunate enough to spot tigers in all those places, Ranthambore, Corbett. So I was lucky enough. That's all I can say. But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like completely tiger centric. What I do is, especially if we are waiting at a particular spot, following alarm calls or waiting for a tiger to arrive. And if I see something interesting, I keep shooting it because there's a lot that jungle has to offer, right? You cannot miss out on those things as well, just running behind tigers. There was one instance wherein so this happened in Corbett recently during a recent visit. So this grassland actually is divided into 2 parts. The safari track divides it into 2 parts, and there are cubs on both the sides. On the left-hand side, people have seen the cub. It's on the move. We know that it is there for sure. Right-hand side, we're not sure.
So the safari vehicles were waiting on both the ends, at both the ends of the safari track of that particular grassland. And I was bored. I usually don't wait at one spot for a very long time. I don't do that because I know that there is a lot of movement everywhere. Why don't we check out the other places? So I asked my driver to move the vehicle. We came in the middle, exactly in the middle, in the center of those two spots where the vehicles were parked. And I saw a beautiful bird, very well lit, early morning, golden light falling on it. I said, why not take advantage of this? And I was just clicking pictures, and mine was the only jeep, very close to. It was of course on the safari track, very close to the grassland, tall grasses. I clicked the picture, looked down. The scub is looking at me like that. It's in the stalking mode. The minute you lock your eyes with this beast, you skip a beat literally. That is exactly what happened to me. And then I went in burst mode. I started clicking pictures. People realized that yes, he's going burst mode, which means that tiger is there. And then everybody came and tiger just moved inside. So that happens a lot. But then, yeah, like I said, I make use of every opportunity that I get, on safaris.
That means you have experienced a lot of unbelievable experiences in field.
I can say that, yeah. Quite a lot.
Yeah. So how would you describe a day in your life?
Oh, my day is pretty packed when it comes to work. Weekdays are super hectic. Now, I haven't slept a wink yesterday night. I had a quick nap just before the interview, half an hour nap. Again, I have to go back to work. So that's how it is. I mean, I'm someone who is expected to be available 24/7. That's the nature of the job. There have been instances where I've taken calls on the way to the jungle. Recently during the Corbett visit, I still remember I left from Delhi, and on the way to Ramnagar, I had to stop in between. And then when I took the call, people started asking, "Are you in a cab?" I said, "Yeah, I'm on vacation and I'm in a cab and I have to attend the call." So they understood that. I mean, it's understood, right? They know that he's on a vacation. It's okay. But that's exactly how it is.
Okay, quite a hectic schedule, right?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Quite a hectic schedule, I think.
Oh yeah, quite hectic. I'm sure pretty many of the IT folks in wildlife would relate to it.
Yeah, indeed. So let's talk about some of your pictures. The first one is the Tigress Noor in Zone 6 of Ranthambore National Park. So what was it telling?
Oh yes, one hell of an experience that was. I'll not forget it again. Like I said, not for a very long time. The reason being, I knew that core zones 1 to 5 will be closed during monsoon. Only buffer zones 6 to 10 will be open, and not all buffer zones will be open. That I knew. Okay, it's just that I wanted to experience monsoon in jungle and Ranthambore, and I was not disappointed. It was so vibrant. It was so greener everywhere, and I was super happy looking at the landscape itself. And what happened is there was absolutely no sighting from last 5-6 days in Zone 6. Zone 6 is the one which is a bit promising, and Zone 10, of course. Zone 10 was closed, so everybody went to Zone 6. There were absolutely no sightings, so we kept roaming. This was on third safari, I think. Yeah, on third safari. We spent good 1.5 hours inside the jungle. Absolutely nothing. We kept clicking pictures of birds and whatever we could see. And there was this beautiful owlet. Okay, so I asked my driver to wait over there, took some pictures. I've uploaded those as well, by the way. And we left that spot, and something happened. I don't know why. Driver said, "Sir, let's do one thing. Let's go back." His intuition kicked in. Okay, and so he said, "Let's do one thing. Let's go back again, and let's just go to that spot again." I said, "Okay." As he turned the vehicle, we could see something moving across the safari track. At first, I thought maybe a deer, spotted deer. But then, I could see the stripes. I said, "Tiger, tiger, tiger." As soon as I said tiger, the jeeps behind us, even they started chasing us, running towards that spot. And we went, and that was Noor. right in front of the Jeep. She just turned. Oh man, that we were in such hurry, and she was so close. I was carrying a 500 mm, and she was so close I couldn't get her picture. I mean, get her in the in the frame. So I just kept the camera and I was just looking at her, and then she crossed the stream, and then kept walking, alongside the stream, in parallel to the safari track. Then she went at one particular spot, and she was cooling off. She sat there for a good 15, 20 minutes. Oh man, I have just uploaded only one picture. I still have many more which I haven't processed. But seeing Noor was one unforgettable experience. Reason being, she definitely is a celebrity. Reason being, I think she's the only tiger who gave cubs at the age of 13. Unfortunately, the cubs didn't survive. That's a different story. There's no official confirmation yet, but we know that the cubs didn't survive. But that was a great experience.
Yeah, indeed, incredible picture. And I think she is in the list of many wildlife photographers, right?
Yeah. Thanks.
So how did you capture T120 in Ranthambore National Park? So what was the story behind that pic?
Which one are you talking about? The one near the lake?
Yeah.
Where it is sitting, or Okay, that one. All right. So that day, I was actually, going with this person called Surinder Singh Chauhan. He's a famous photographer. He's known as the face of Jhalana Leopard Safari, and Mr. Chet Kamath. And luckily, the place where I stay, Ranthambore Regency, the owner, he's also a wildlife enthusiast and a photographer. He joined us on the safari. And, morning safari, we saw what T120, but it's zone 4, chilling at a distance, very far away. We couldn't get a good picture of him. And evening, we thought, why not go to the same zone again and take chances? We did safari, almost 2 hours into the safari, and we're coming back. That's when driver spotted this guy, relaxing. There were absolutely no alarm calls, nothing. He's just chilling, enjoying his evening. And since he was in a relaxed mood, we were able to wait over there, and I luckily got some good pictures of him. Oh man, seeing T120 Ganesh is a different experience altogether. He's so huge. I have multiple. I have clicked him on multiple occasions. On my first safari, on the second safari, and the third safari, all 3 safaris. Only on 4th I didn't, because obviously the zone was closed. But yeah, that was awesome.
So how did you click T60 in Madhupur? I think he lost one.
Oh yes. T60 is a female tigress. So again, this one was shot in the evening safari. Yes. So we were going towards zone 2. Zone 2 is definitely very promising. We have T60, T57, and T119, and I think there are a couple more. So I was hoping that I would get a few more glimpses of T119, because I clicked her pictures on my first safari. So I took a chance, and just half an hour to 40 minutes into the safari, there were vehicles lined up. We knew that, yes, for sure, there's a tigress. It was a hot afternoon, and tiger being a hot-blooded animal, it has to cool off. So they prefer chilling in, water bodies. That is exactly what she was doing. And if you go through my Insta profile, I've uploaded a video as well, wherein you could see her expressions. That she's just enjoying that cool bath in that hot summer. So that's how I made the picture. And that is the time when she was yawning. It looks like she's growling or roaring, but it's not. She was just yawning. That was a glorious yawn, and I found something interesting. That the tooth was missing. So I just burst more and clicked her picture.
Okay. So could you share your experience? Staying at Hotel Regency, Ranthambore Regency.
Oh yes. the reason why I visited like 4 times to Ranthambore was only because of the hospitality uh, at Ranthambore Regency. Multiple reasons. Like I said, the owner, Mr. Ravindra Sen, he himself is a wildlife enthusiast, and we keep talking, we keep exchanging stories, and we keep discussing about the camera equipment and how the sighting and stuff. After every safari, early morning safari especially, he will be there at the reception. He asks, "How was it? What did you see?" So that's how we connected, and the hospitality is pretty amazing. I'm super satisfied with the stay at Ranthambore Regency. So that is the reason why I keep going back. Yeah, that's the only reason.
Okay. So what would be your piece of advice to the young aspirants who are willing to come to the field of engineering as well as wildlife photography?
Oh yeah, wildlife photography or wildlife tourism itself is, to be very honest, it's very draining. It's very taxing in terms of physically and financially both. So for youngsters who are willing to pursue this as a passion or a profession, I would highly, highly recommend or strongly suggest getting their degrees first, complete their education first, which is extremely important. Have a strong financial foundation or base, make the base, work towards it first. And once you're comfortable, that is when you can start traveling. That is when you can start pursuing your passion. Because it's not guaranteed that you enter the jungle and tiger is waiting there for you. And that is what is the beauty of wildlife. It's not staged at all. It's as raw as it can get. The lighting conditions can change. You're in their homes, and so they are free to roam wherever they want. It's not that you enter and they'll be waiting for you. So you'll have to take multiple chances, which means that you'll have to spend more. For that, you'll have to make this strong foundation first. So work towards it and then enter wildlife, and then you'll be able to enjoy it probably to the fullest.
Yeah. It is clear from your words that we have to spend hours with you to understand your passion as well as your profession. So thank you, Mr. Veershetty. We are to the end of this session, and I must say that you are truly an amazing and inspiring personality. It was great interacting with you. Thank you once again for being here.
Same here, Pallabi. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It was great talking to you. All the best to you.
Thank you so much. So audience, this was eminent personality Nagaraj Veershetty from the field of wildlife photography and engineering. Hope you like today's video. Make sure to comment down below about your thoughts, and I will be back soon with another eminent personality very soon. Till then, thank you so much for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.